description box below, in your YouTube player for tabs and backing tracks, on my website, information about the sound tools I'm using today, links to other goodies on my Patreon page. Like my videos and subscribe to my channel if this content is engaging to you. It helps me when you do that. Now let's learn how to play this arrangement of Elliott Smith. We got an A minor 7 chord we're dropping in there with. A minor chord, put your pinky out there. By the way, Stratocaster style, I'm in Mark Knopfler pickup setting. Whee! You can see it there, which is these two together right now. I'm going to switch later on. I'm going to, go kind of quick. So that's our opening. By the way, there's slowdown options in your YouTube players, down here, up here, depending on what device you're on. Spacebar pauses, arrows go forward and back if you're working on stuff. So that's just to kind of set the vibe. And on that A minor, so yeah, here we go, bringing in the melody. Open there, here's our melody on the G string. 4-2, I'm using an open B string to get the melody note, and then the 5th fret of the G gives you a, which I love stuff like this, where stuff, fretted notes and open strings. One of the coolest things you can do on this instrument. And then we got an F chord as the next chord, and that's the combination of the melody with the chord there. Power chord here, 3 and 5, D and G. Flat out though, so I can get that 3rd fret of that string, the B string. And watch this pinky, 5-4, land on this chunklet of the F chord. There's Fs on there. Here comes a C chord. And the melody makes it into a C major 7. Is the melody, so I am hybrid picking to get that open B. Hammer on that 0 to 2 there of the D. Boy, that's pretty. Here comes a C over B chord, which would be that. With the melody, you get, it looks like an E minor, but it tisn't. So basically you're holding E minor, but please don't hit the low E string. 3, 2, 2. A little bit of friction there. Neat. And then here's our melody 2 and 0 there on the G and that one. Okay, good, we're recording. Here we come back around to the A minor. So just grab an A minor, but watch that melody. And then what am I doing? That's actually a little tricky because the melody note changes before the F comes in. So you got. That's an F chord right there. Just the syncopation of that is weird. Watch again. You got it. And then C chord. Here comes an E7. So that C I hammered on. The melody is now hiding here. Here comes this E. You can see that there. There's the melody. Here comes an F chord. Hello. Yeah, I did grab that little chunklet of the F, pull off to open, boom. And then I put in an extra, I think 2 bars to allow me time to go like that. And then I was like, oh, okay, that was, that first, whatever. I don't know what that arrangement style was. That was Haugen. And then I was like, what if George Harrison came up on this thing and did stuff? So that's why it gets all bendy for a minute. Beatles. So now I jumped the melody an octave and was thinking George Harrison vibes. 10, 12. Little bend. This is a little tricky. 9, 12, and then it's going to slide forward to 13. And then, because that's the melody, 12 there. That sounded amazing. Oh my God, dude. Getting a lot of string noise there. Why is that? Yeah, by the way, if you get a lot of string noise when you bend, it's actually this guy's problem. Sit that hand down. Watch what happens if I let him float. Yeah, it does. That's how. Ta-da! And then, I arranged it once super bendy, and I was like, oh, it's too bendy. And then, so then I started to think vaguely Hendrixy, or I don't even know what. That's Hendrix right there. There's Wind Cries Mary. So we're on a C chord here. I'm visualizing that C, but the melody is there, and for whatever reason, I was like, oh, that'd be cool to tag that upper C there. That's pretty. Oh, yeah, and I switched pickups. I think you saw me do that. And then Wind Cries Mary lick. If this is a C chord, and this is a C major pentatonic, you can always, for the rest of your guitar playing life, anytime you have this chord shape on the guitar, you can always ta-da, store it away. That's, keep that. Anyway. And then back to bends, because we're on the C over B chord now. That's a 10th fret pre-bend up, whole step down, 9. Here comes an A minor chord, and this is also out of Little Wing. Because that's... Hendrix is always the best. Anyway, so we're on this A minor chord. Flat out on 5 and 5, I'm using my pinky to get 9. So watch out. My hand has to sit like this. If my hand is like this, I'm gonna curse, I'm fucked. I won't be able to make that stretch. And a lot, students will be like, I can't, my hand's not very good. It's because the thumb isn't doing its job of supporting the fingers so they can reach. It makes sense. Our thumb, if I just drop my hand, my thumb wants to go like this. He wants to go off to the side. It's not actually that natural for me to walk around with my hands like this. I mean, I don't know. So I get it, but watch out. Here comes an F chord. Again, very Ronnie Wood, Jimi Hendrix style there, because this is one of the caged F shapes, and yo, hi, my name's Eric Haugen. I think caged is the best way to make sense of the fretboard, to review why everything is ultimately, if we're talking F, right? Oh, okay, are you that? Are you that? Are you that? Are you that? Or are you that? And then, where's my pentatonic scale? That's how I see stuff. That's how I make these arrangements. Brain. Yeah, where are we? You can see what I'm playing around with there. And then thankfully, I just go back to the same C to E changeover. F thing. To get my way towards the chorus. Here comes that F again for the chorus. P, I love this. Again, fretted notes and open strings. You got a G chord because it's F, G6. I love that sound. And then I little bit, you know, I medium skronked it. Put in a tiny, tiny little touch of Eric Love's Mark Ribot also. And using those open strings. So I grabbed this little 8 here, half step bend, because that's on the A minor, and then use the open B string to get. Check that again. P, pull, you've been before that you don't want. Oh, after that, the melodies, Elliott Smith, what a loss. Okay, so when we come back around, we now have an A flat 6 chord. If this is A flat, there's A flat 6. You know, so that is 6, 5, 6. But I'm still visualizing that. And then G6 again. But this time with my pinky on that because I know that the thing's going to do the thing. There's my melody. So don't want around. That's a Dave Rawlings chord. So really I'm grabbing all my influences in this. Big surprise, welcome to my channel, that's what I do. This is, Dave Rawlings loves this chord, and Elliott Smith does too, although in real life he plays it a little different. 0, 4, 2, 1, that's a D7 over F sharp. D7 over F sharp. Don't be intimidated by chords that got long names with symbols in them. Doesn't necessarily mean they're hard to play. And a little bit of blues coming out of there. 4, 3, 1, 0, 2. So yeah, don't want around anymore that push. That's that F chord chunklet again. That's a new word I've been using. All right, well, English language is an interesting thing. Chunklet. And then a G, using just that. That's like a finger picker G chord where you don't have to hold the whole thing. Might have a little 2 in there. This part's a little tricky. A little bit of hybrid picking. Watch, I'm going to play it slow because the melody is going, but the bottom's going. Because I want to get that little line in there. Okay, so what's happening? That lick. Okay, I'm going to play it slow. That's right, yeah, because 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay on that 3, and then. So again, I'm on that F. 7, 0, 5. Again, using that open B string, and then an F minor, which is super cool because you can go. There you have it, and so you know the principles of Haugonomics would be take each little, I'd say 4 bars at a time, or maybe even just 2 bars at a time, very slowly and very cleanly. If you make a mistake, remember that's your body and your brain telling you like, ooh, I need to slow down. Do not just clunk things over and over again. You have to play things over and over again, slower and slower. That's really, you want to get, it's a very counterintuitive thing because we're not wired to do that. Like, our brain wants, and I have to do it too, because that's how we get good at anything. Like, you know, whatever the tasks are that we know how to do in life, once we've done them 10 times, we can do them quicker. And so our brain naturally tries to like squoze it all together, and we have to, and it goes, and you go, no. It's like an accordion almost. So watch out for that, and you always have to. But I swear, if you learn to practice like that, you make so much more progress than you do when you're just beating yourself up and smashing your head against the wall trying to play stuff fast. If you're like, I'm just going to put everything exactly right, I made a mistake, well then I'm going to go even slower. Now obviously Elliott Smith is a genius, It's a great loss for our world that he's not here. Very dubious circumstances surrounding his death. He's one of those ones where I kind of do buy some of the conspiracy theories. Anything else? Thank you to everybody who supports me in all the ways that you do. I wonder if there will be an ad on this video because it's a pretty famous artist. I didn't elect there to be one. If there is, for Verbo Vacation Rentals by Owner. That wasn't my choice, and I don't make that money because I don't like ads. I make my living by people taking lessons with me, purchasing the downloads, or supporting me on Patreon. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. Is that all my spiel? I think I still have more. Oh yeah, next week. What's happening next week after this? I think I bought a Supro. It hasn't arrived yet. A little Supro 64 amp. We'll take a look at that. Really going through something with the little 5-watt amps. Spoiler alert, they're all good. You want to know something? Spend $500 on a tube amp, it's gonna be good. I don't really need all the amps I have. I just like them. Little gear addict. Just, oh, that one has blue toe licks. Oh. Anyway, as Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. See you next week.